Good morning, art buddies, and welcome to my channel, Bricolage with Paint Girly. Today I'm going to read from this book that was gifted to me. I've been working on a journal that really features the story of Anne of Green Gables. Well, not so much the story, but um, different images and things from Anne of Green Gables. And so I was gifted this by Carol, Happy Maker. And it's very short, but it's a really nice little book and a fun read. And I thought I would start today's stream by reading this and sharing this story with you. And yeah, we'll just see how it goes. So I will greet those that come in after I'm finished so that I can just kind of read continually. So this is a true story taken from different snippets from journals written by Lucy Maud Montgomery, who is the author of Anne of Green Gables. And it's called Lucy Maud and the Cavendish Cat. Once he had been Daffy, the Cavendish cat, but now he was just poor little Daffy, the cast-off, sitting in the mousy loft of a barn that was not his own, listening to the trees at Park Corner swish in the wind, the way Maud's skirts used to swish when she came down the stairs, and the spot ached where he pinned her to his heart. It was just a spring day long ago when he first heard Maud's voice drifting through the patchwork quilt of shadows inside Alec McNeil's barn. "The only real cat is a gray cat," she said as she picked him out, the grayest of grays from the batch of new kittens peering at him through her spectacles while he peered back through his squinty kitten eyes. Then, quick as a wink, he was inside a covered basket, howling up a storm as she carried him home on her arm. Daffy tried and tried to scrape up an acquaintance with the grandmother, who was old and deaf and hated cats, but she was stiff and prickly as a porcupine. There was one time in particular when she had looked up from her sweeping and with a hand cupped over her ear had creaked, "Eh?" "I do so love a cat to purr," Maud said with a bit of a shout. "It's almost comfortable. It's the most comfortable sound in nature." The bristly broom was coming closer and closer. "This one can't even do that, except when he's hungry." Then all of a sudden the grandmother swished him right out the door along with the breadcrumbs. "Cats belong outside at night." But Daffy found a way to outwit her, climbing onto the kitchen roof, then slipping through the open window of the north room, and scurrying down the hall to curl up on the white coverlet atop of Maud's bed. Sometimes Maud would read to him from the story she was scribbling, the story of an elderly couple who applied to an orphan asylum for a boy and get a girl instead. And her voice would murmur late into the night until the oil almost burned out of the lamp. Now and again, Daphne went along on her photographing expeditions, prowling for mice in the hayfields while she prowled about with her camera. And if she disappeared for one of her lonely walks, he would always wait for her to come back, springing down from the fence and scampering about her feet as she turned into the old lane. "I don't think I shall feel perfectly at home in heaven if there are no adorable kittens frisking about," she said, laughing whenever she saw him. In the evenings, her pen would scratch like a branch against the window panes, where her fingers would peg away at the click, click, click the keys of an old typewriter that didn't make the capitals plain and wouldn't print W at all. And all the while, Daffy would doze at her feet while the grandmother sewed or read at the other side of the kitchen table. Maud's fingers would tremble whenever she tied up her bundle of scribblings for the publishers. "Something may come of my pen yet, Jaffins," she said. But the bundle always came back again and again until finally she tucked it away in an old hat box in the north room. "Not to worry, I still have a lovely gray cat." The windows had grown thick with frost and snow. No birds trilled, no crickets nor frogs sang. The only sound was the shrieking of the icy wind in the eaves. The house was so cold, and it was not fit to live in. The grandmother would only allow a fire only in the kitchen. And when the huge drifts made prisoners of them, Daffy saw the sadness in Maud's eyes. He watched as she began to fold in upon herself, corner to corner and end to end, as the lonely winter dragged on. He knew she missed having the run of the red clover fields and the woods with its ferny nooks and hollows. She missed the sweet-smelling grass as much as he did. Daffy wanted to do something to make her eyes shine again. And one day his chance came when Maud was rummaging in the north room for a blanket. "It's blowing a hurricane and spitting snow out there," she said. That's when he curled up in the old hat box and refused to budge until she finally scooped him out. "Run along, Daffodil. You know you much prefer a cushion or a rocking chair to a hat box full of scribblings." She glanced down then at her story and began to shuffle the pages, pausing to read here and there. Maybe I'll try sending it out again." Daffy gave a little leap of pleasure at her words. This time the bundle did not come back. Instead, a letter arrived from L.C. Page Company of Boston. Oh, how Maud's eyes sparkled behind her spectacles when she read that letter again and again to him. "Anne of Green Gables will be a real live book, Daff, my very own. What do you think of that?" It didn't matter. He had no words for her. He simply chased his tail around and around and around. But everything changed when grandmother became ill. "Where's Daffy?" The grandmother, who hated cats, was asking for him, stroking his gray fur and murmuring softly, "Poor little Daffy, poor little Daffy." Then she closed her eyes for the last time. Furniture was given away, pictures were packed. Maud carried him from their home the way he had arrived, in a covered basket on her arm, whispering, "I don't think I shall be able to scribble if I'm not in Cavendish." And so they came to this place called Park Corner to stay with relatives who were strangers to him. And one was a little boy who loved cats upside down. The day arrived when Maud came down the stairs in the midst of white with an orange blossom wreath in her hair. It was the day she said goodbye and left with the man who was now her husband. It was the day she left the Cavendish cat behind. Sitting in the mousy loft of the barn that was not his own, Daffy looked up into the night sky and remembered his very own chip saucer with its very own ancient tea stains, a silvery white moon of milk on the kitchen floor. He remembered the red door, the yellow light in the window, and the old grandmother sitting in her worn-out chair by the table, a gray shawl wrapped around her shoulders. He remembered Maud's pen scratching. Then one day the strangers came looking for him. They shut him in a box, and they wouldn't let him out. When he shrieked, there was no food, but he didn't. There was food, but he didn't eat. The box jiggled and rocked and thumped and hopped. There was a clanging and a hissing and a whistling. Daffy peered through the slit in the top, but he couldn't see where they were taking him. He shrieked until he could shriek no more, and finally he curled up with his paws beneath him and folded in upon himself, corner to corner, and end to end. Time went by like the slow meandering of a cow across Sam Winard's field as Daffy's thoughts turned to the old well where the ferns grew all around and the darkness waited. He was certain that that's where he must be, down deep inside, without anyone to lower a bucket. Maud had disappeared in a white silk mist, leaving him all alone. An eternity passed before he looked up and saw the eyes behind the spectacles, and quick as a wink, he was in Maud's arms. "My lovely gray cat," said Maud, as Maud was laughing and crying all at the same time. Daffy lapped up milk from his very own chip saucer with its very own ancient tea stains in his new home in Ontario. And when he heard the scratching of the pen, the Cavendish cat leaped into Maud's lap and began to purr. And that's it. And there it has an author's note. This was written by Lin-Manuel, and I believe the illustrations were by Janet Wilson, both from Ontario. Lucy Maud Montgomery was born in Clifton, now New London. And after her mother died, Maud lived in Cavendish with her grandparents, Alexander and Lucy McNeil. Daffy was with her through the most important times of her life. Her sudden rise to fame as the author of Anne of Green Gables, her marriage, and the birth of her children. As the years passed, he became her last living link to her old life, and whenever she saw him curled up on his cushion, she would remember her beloved Cavendish home. When he died at the ripe old age of 14, Maud mourned deeply for him. He was buried behind the asparagus patch on the family lawn in Leaksdale, Ontario. Lucy Maud and the Cavendish Cat is a true story compiled from many references to Daffy that appear in the selected journals of L. M. Montgomery, volumes 1 and 2. And in most instances, the words that Maud speaks are her own thoughts as expressed in her journals. A tuft of fur from Daffy, the Cavendish cat, can be seen in one of Maud's scrapbooks, now on display at the L. M. Montgomery Museum in New London, Prince Edward Island. Isn't that cool? So this was from Carol, Happy Maker. I wanted to thank Carol so very much. It's just a delightful little story, isn't it? And the illustrations are really cool. So I just thought I finished my journal. We just have to wrap it up for the birthday gift. So I thought this would be a fun way to kind of close that chapter of my arting. So I hope you don't mind indulging me to read that little story, but I thought it was delightful. So that's the starting of my stream today. And I want to say hello to Jacqueline. She's out lurking, doing some running around. And I've got Joyce. Hello, Joyce. Joyce, did you see my message? I sent you a tracking number. And there's Terry. Good morning, Terry. And Brenda. Yeah, I think it's a sweet story too, Brenda. It's not an orange cat. It's not a ginger cat, but a gray cat. So I have lots of things I want to try to get accomplished today during my stream and your time with me. Not sure where I want to start, really. I'm going to put this delightful little book aside. I guess I'll start with my Ber Zine. This is a project that Murray from the Murray Atelier has some of us doing. I didn't order the prompts kit. I just feel I have plenty of things sitting around my desk that I could add to my little Ber Zine here. I think I'm a few days behind. So November 1st, what are we on? Oh gosh, it's November 9th. So there's the 1st, there's the 2nd. See, and I have all these blank pages, but I'm going to I can fill those in. I'm going to just go to the 9th. Let's see, those I have taped together. All right, let's see. 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. That would be here. Now I have fallen in love with pet stickers. So I think I'm going to do a little pet sticker thing here. Today is my dear friend Betty's birthday. I didn't think I would get emotional, but I am. Oh. She would have been 97 today. So I think I'll just do a little sticker mania right here. Oh, sorry, girls. Let's see. I've been watching some different reels. And some of the things these gals do with these pet stickers are just incredible, really. Now, these are all different, like little scenarios and little windows and doors and things like this. I have them in a couple different colors. But I want to do some kind of a little background. Betty loved really everything. Flowers, butterflies, birds. Not sure that I have anything in birds. Preferred favorite color was blue. So I don't think I have anything blue. Well, there's some blue butterflies. So let's pull those out. And I don't really have too much in the way of sentiments or anything yet either. Just say to do a happy birthday page, you know. Let's see. Oh, they're kind of cute. I didn't expect that. Now, these are some pet stickers that I had that I didn't realize they were pet stickers. I'm looking. Oh, there's a blue butterfly. She would love that. I'm looking for some kind of a. Well, I guess these gals that use these stickers and do these pages, maybe they use some washi tape for backgrounds. Like I see them using wide pieces of tape. Thank you, girls. I feel a little silly. Yeah, let's see. I want something for a background. Oh, you know what I saw? Let me do this. I saw a gal do this. I thought it was clever. You've probably done this, many of you. I don't think I have, but I'm going to try it now. Now, they used a smaller tape, but I wanted to kind of cover the page, so I'm going to use tape. Now, if I can just get my nose to stop dripping, I might be able to carry on here. Let's see. I just saw something in my drawer here that I can use. Yeah, I'm going to use this old book page. Oh my goodness, I have to find something that I need to blow my nose. I don't often look at the date anymore. Oh, excuse me. I look at it more often now because I'm traveling in a couple of days, but generally I never know what day it is. And I just happened to look at the calendar this morning and thought, ah, here it is. Betty's birthday. All right, so this page, now this is a zine, which most of you know how to make a zine. And if you come in and you don't know how to make a zine and you want to know how to make a zine, I can show you that. But this is my zine. And Mary came up with the idea of making zines for the months of October, November, and December. And we could add September if we wanted, which I did, and then to put them all together. So I've got them all together. This is going to be my November 9th page. So I want to cover, actually, you know what? I could do a double spread. I've got extra pages. So I think I'll do a double here. So this whole area is going to be my November 9th. So I've got some things here that I pulled apart. Now I was starting to put together, thanks, Terry. This is just an old book, you know. So I'm going to take one of these pages, and all that the person did was take some tape. Now they took regular transparent tape that you would wrap a present with, and they looked cool too. But they used it on a larger project. But I feel like I want to cover large areas of my space with this. So all they did was just take a piece of tape and push it down on whatever words, a picture, could be a picture. They did some that were a picture. Now I don't want to lose my end, but I think I probably did. Hold on. Well, I don't know if it matters that you pull it up quickly, but then all they did was just take this and tear it off of the book. And then they had that. Now more of, next time I'm going to rub it down a little bit because I think they had more color of the book. Now I'm going to have to use glue, I believe. So I'm just going to use my glue stick here. Now, the fiddly part is putting these together because I did that probably sooner rather than later. It's a little fiddly to work with it because I've got all those other pages that I've worked on underneath. If I kept my zines separate, I could be working down on a flat surface, which makes it a little easier. So I am going to just glue this down. And I'm going to be really weird and use my little tweezers that I purchased for this purpose, if I can get them out of a little box. They just kind of press them like this. And then I'll just trim off with scissors. Now, if you have some old Reader Digest pages and they have pictures and stuff, they would be cool too. But I'm going to just put the text. Now this one, I think I'm going to go. Now I do have some washi tape here, so I'm going to have this one go this way. So I'm going to turn my page, and I'm going to just pop it down, trying to get it as straight as I can. Now I use this for shipping, so I'm trying not to lose the end, because that drives me crazy. And then they don't rip straight, and oh my goodness, it's a mess. All right. I see it's already. Oh, darn. Okay. It doesn't usually stick to what you want. It always sticks to what that you don't want. Stick a paper clip on the tape. That's a good idea, Terry. Oh, I didn't think of that. Okay, so now I'm going to, you know what, I'm going to brandish this down a little bit, see if it makes a difference. See if I get more color. Maybe a little bit more, not much. Now I'm going to trim this. Now the other thing that they did is they took a piece of tape and they wrote on it. So I might just do that too, because then I can put Betty's name. So I think I'm going to put this right here. So I'm going to take my glue again. Now I really have a valley and a hill. And you can use any glue you want, you know, whatever works for you. All right. Now, those scissors weren't cutting so well. I'm going to get my little Timmy scissors. Okay, I can take my little comment thing off here. I think I can take my comment thing off. There we go. I did it. Woohoo! All right, so I'm going to just trim this off. Now I could save this little piece for somewhere else for sure. And then I'm going to trim this. Actually, I could flip this right back up on here. That would be okay. This I did have the end turned under. So I'll trim this one. All right, I'm not going to save that little bit. All right, so that's the start of my background. And then I just have to figure what else out that I want to use. Now, they took a piece of regular tape like this. Let me get back to my fresh cones. Good morning, Ange. Welcome in. Now, I want to put, I guess I could do it on my glass, but you won't see it too well if I do it there. Let me see if I can find a piece of, usually a little piece of acetate would work, or a little bit of plastic. See, but all this jazz sitting over here. This might work. So I'm going to take a little piece. Now let's see. I need a little bit of white. I think white would show up better. For this part. So I got a little piece of acetate. I'm going to put a piece of tape down because I want to be able to pull it back up. I think this is what she did. And then I'm assuming it's a she. I'm going to take my Sharpie pen and I'm just going to write on here my friend's name, Betty, Quoos. And then I'm just going to say November 9th, and she was born in 1928. And then the same thing, I'm just going to pull this back off here. And I'm just going to tape this right here. Let's tape it up here. Oh, look, girls, I smeared it all off. Well, you got to let your ink dry. Let's see. I didn't give that Sharpie a chance to dry. But you get the idea, right? You just have to do it so it doesn't. Oh, look, somehow I got the text up on my screen. All right, so I'll do it again. Now let me give that a minute to dry. Now I want to put some flowers and butterflies and things on this little page as a memory of things she liked. She loved ice cream and cake and all the goodies. We would sit and go have lunch together. So I'm going to put all these kinds of things on here if I can get them off. Now, when I used these the other day, these came off pretty easy. Does anybody else have any of these little stickers? I'm just loving these. I'm going to put a list of these in my Amazon list so my kids know what to get me for Christmas. Isn't that a good idea? Now, I think I want to find, if I could, in her front yard, she had red roses. Now, this kind of looks like what she had, but these are tulips. That might do. Well, let's see if I can find some red roses here. There's a little house. Her house had blue shutters. I don't have any blue. Her house had blue shutters. These look like some kind of rose. Oh, these are cute. These will remind me of it. Okay. These are just little single roses. And let's see. I think I'm just going to use that little cottage, even though it's red. This reminds me more of her house. And I'm just going to put the little, you have a few? You know, when you start watching these different reels, of course, that's what the platform then starts sending you more of the same stuff. So I've been getting a lot of sticker reels. I'm really enjoying them. All right, so I'm going to put that little house here. And then I had those little roses. Where did I see the little roses? They're just little bush. Here we go. This kind of looks like what she had in her yard. So right where that, now she didn't have a fence either, but I'm going to put these little roses right. And they just layer on top. Is anybody else here? Now I know Jacqueline's doing the zine. I'm not sure if anybody else is in this group with Mary that's here this morning. All right, another little rose bush there. Okay, now I want to put some flowers. Now they have nice, it almost looks like this. It's a reel, like a tape circle. And then it's all flowers, or it could be words or whatever. I don't even know what this one is. Let's have a look. I don't know if this one is a sticker. I don't know that it is. I find that the washi tape, that's washi tape I've got on there. It either never sticks or sticks so well you can't get it off. No happy medium, as they say. You're doing the zine, Joyce? How are you doing on it? Are you keeping up? I'm always behind. Yeah, I don't think this is a sticker. Well, let's try my other trick. I'm going to put a piece of tape on the back. Now, I did this the other day and it worked well, but like I said, I don't know that this is a sticker. It would be nice if it is. You're behind? I don't know. I mean, I have plenty of time. I don't know what I do. I'm always behind. I want to do these things and I always get behind. Ah, it is a sticker. It is a sticker. I'm going to put some of this right on top of these other words. I'm going to put it right on top here. Maybe right down. Well, maybe I'll do it right here because I have that little blank. Oh, look, I'm so excited about that. Okay. Okay. Now, I'm going to keep putting things away and then I can't find them again. All right. So are you enjoying it, Joyce? I'm enjoying it. I love the way that now, I really do think I put mine together too soon, but I love the idea of it for sure. Now I'm going to get some flowers. Let's just see. We'll just, being some got the red going, maybe we'll get some red. The thing I like about the flowers that are on this kind of a thing rather than like the sticker sheets is they repeat and they all kind of look the same. So you can kind of make a really nice looking little border of flowers. Okay. Oh, that worked out great. Okay, I'm thrilled with that. All right, let's see. Now, I'm still getting stuff together to take to Jacqueline's because our plans have changed a little bit. And so I want to pack up like my whole craft room. And that's a cute. I'm going to put a little girl on here or something, or a lady or something. I don't have any old ladies. It'd be nice if I had a couple old ladies. Because we's old ladies. We's definitely old ladies. That kind of fits. Look, I smeared it again. I'm just not doing well with that. What could I use there? I thought the Sharpie pen was permanent. Well, that's kind of a bummer. I wonder if I did it. Oh, maybe I do it that way. Maybe that's what they did. Maybe I wasn't paying attention enough. We'll have to try it. Let's look at flowers first. Ooh, this would be pretty. I was going to get her. This is the lady I was going to get that bird feeder for that would have fit in her window so she could watch birds throughout the day. Oh, look, here's red. Oh, here's some red. They look like roses. Let's put those there. These are cute. They're cute. Let's see. Now I gotta take these all apart. Oh, I wish they were red. Like some poppies would be nice. I think this will work here. Now you can cut these too. Oh, it is, Joyce? Oh, my dentist's office loves theirs. I'm going to snip these leaves off. Now, some of the girls in the reels, they just use an X-Acto knife. Oh, I'm sorry, because I feel bad because I kind of put that idea in your head. But I'm glad I told her about it. I wasn't going to tell her. I was going to try to surprise her. And, but she was looking forward to it. She thought it was a great idea. Anyway, wow, sometimes they just come apart so nice and easy. All right, so let's put this one here. Oh, that's too bad. It's a shame. Yeah, it seemed like the way it was designed, it should just fit in there nicely, without it being a pain in the buttski. Maybe I'll put this one here and then I'll redo that tape. I'm going to redo that tape with her name on it. All right, let's grab this piece of. You got to go the right way to get your washi tape off. Oh, I didn't put this in the right spot. This has got to go up here higher. You have to do it correctly for it to work. That's a tip of the day. Do it correctly for it to work. See, when you do it correctly, it works like a charm. How about it? How about it? We'll put this one up here. Alrighty. Now, this can be, these are little labels. They have well, you can't even hardly see this. It just, it's like a little background. But see, they come out of the center, and I think I can use the outside here like a little frame. So that's what I'm going to try to do. See if I can get one of these off. I would think they'll come off. Maybe not. Maybe that's not part of the sticker. Maybe just the inside is. Kind of pushing the envelope a little bit here. Yep. All right, well. She would be 97, not 79, but I'm going to use this anyway. And to make it worse, no birds. Oh, Joyce. That is a bummer. All right, I'm going to put that there. And I think this little girl looks cute, so I'm just going to stick her on. Now, I didn't meet Betty till she was 86, is when she moved here. But we always felt young at heart, doing our little things, doing our crafting together and shopping and going out for lunch. So I'm going to put another gal right next to that gal just to symbolize our friendship. And she would just love how cute we look. So I'm going to put us two right there. Good friends. to put this little box here because this reminds me, it's got flowers in it, but she gave me a box filled with hankies in that was her mother's. So that's a memory for me. So I'm going to put that right there. Now, what I'm looking to purchase, I haven't seen it yet, and it could be washi tape, but the girls that use these, it looks like pet stickers. And they're just maybe a little corner design or just thin stripes where they can put like dividers on their pages. They're really cool and they just peel them off and they just stick them down. I'm all about the sound, so too, on those videos. I was saying to Jacqueline, I am like such a freak, but I like every noise that they make. I don't know. I just really enjoy them. Okay, so this stuff I'm not going to use. We'll just dump that back in the box. This I don't need, although this would look cute here. But what does it matter, right? I'll just use these. You can see I sure have plenty of them. So we'll just do the little picket fence here. All right, this is what I'm thinking about the other tape. What if I took my Sharpie marker? Maybe I'll try it on a piece of this. And I wrote the information that I want. So I'm going to say Betty Close, November 9th, 1928. And I'm going to put the tape right over that, brandish down, and pull it up, see if I get enough of my little words there that I can read it. There's more than one way to skin a cat, right? Oh, maybe I shouldn't say that. Da, 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 da. That worked better than the other. Now to glue it. That's the other. Let's see if I can get some of this glue to come out. I'm going to put it right here, I think. Put the little glue. And we'll trim this off. And Mary's idea is not to fuss a lot with these pages. So, I mean, it's not even like you have to be all that involved. It's just, I forget. I've got it sitting right here on my desk, but half the time, if I'm honest, I always try to be honest, you can't even see my freaking desk. Well, you can see the desk, but you can't see the top of it because I got so much jazz sitting on it all the time. I'm always rooting through stuff. Gosh, I love to root. I should have been a junker. All right. So this is where I'm going to leave it. This is going to be done for today. So that's my little birthday memory for my friend. No, I didn't. I have Teresa, and hello, good morning. But this one I didn't. I just put it on the paper. So now for my zines, when I put them together, I just made a little cover instead of putting it in a hard bound cover, and put a little hitch post on there so I can keep them in this. I'm very pleased with how this turned out. You've been in the balcony? Good. How are you feeling today? I'm checking up on all the girls and how they're feeling. All right, so I moved stuff out of this little cigar box to start putting these stickers in here. So I'm going to put these just back in here. See, I think these frames will be cute to use. These are all the old stuff that I had that I didn't realize. And I just slipped it. See, they all just fell out of the container I had them in. That's not working very well. Somewhere I have repositional tape, I think would work. Put those in the bottom. Where's that? There should be an empty. See, I got these little glassine envelopes. Oh, the weather. Yeah, it's kind of gross here too today. It was beautiful yesterday. Just beautiful. A neighbor was giving another neighbor a birthday surprise. Here it is. And they told her, just come, we'll play cards. Another couple's coming and we'll play a card game. Bring your cards. So then she called the neighbor and she said, I don't really want to do this today. Well, here was a surprise party for her. She said, it's so nice out. I want to be out in the yard, start getting some things done out in the yard. So the gal throwing the party talked her off the ledge. She said, well, we're going to have to do it sometime, so you might as well just come and we'll get it done today. Oh, all right. Here it was a birthday. It was very nice. So we went down there for a couple hours. Very nice people. I didn't ask her age. Her birthday actually is Monday. But she was surprised and very happy. Her sister was there. Oh, I was going to put that blue butterfly on there because Betty liked blue. I'm going to keep that out. These things are so slippery. All right, so what else did I want to do today? I wanted to work on some more shrinky dinks. When I go to Jacqueline's, I'm hoping to take some things. As many of you know, Jacqueline has an online selling presence, and she's got a couple of vendors. I'm one of those vendors. There she is. Carol, thank you for my book. It's delightful. I love it. Thank you so much. I read it this morning to those that came in early. It was very sweet of you. Very thoughtful and sweet. I love it. I should put your name in it, so I remember. All right, so I'm taking the time to just put these where they go. I had these in a different setup, but it was getting too thick and I didn't really care for it. So I'm trying to take some of the tips from these gals on these reels. They have different envelopes and like little pencil cases and whatnot, with all their little goodies in. Gotta shake it down below that fold line. Shake, shake, shake. It's still not down. All right, so this is going to go this way. This is going to go under here. I don't know where I got this cigar box, but I bought it because of the latch. I think it was in a antique type thrift shop over in Pennsylvania. See, I like this little claspy thing here. I'm going to do this right now because that butterfly will end up on the floor. I didn't really leave a place for it now, did I? Gotta cut it in half. If a butterfly doesn't fit on your page, what else is there to do but to cut it in half? Try my little trick again. Gotta make sure I pick up all those little backs, little stickers. I usually look forward to watching a football game today, but my team's playing tomorrow, Monday night. Oh, look, it just works so great. All right, here's a little blue butterfly for my friend. Okay, excellent. So I've been making shrinky dinks, and I'm really getting the idea from Erin from the Adirondacks. She's a genius. Hers are still much better than mine, but mine are they are what they are, as they say. Hey, Belinda, good morning. So, pop this half a butterfly in here. So I think I'm going to do some more birds. Now I have some sitting outside curing in the UV lights. I got my new Angie bowl, which I love. Look at this. Isn't it pretty? Pink and green. So this is what I've been working on. So I've got little winter ones going, little snowmen, Christmas stockings. Well, they're not just winter, I guess. Different color stockings. This is all I have left to see. Erin puts a coat of something shiny on top. So, oh, really, Carol? I'll have to remember that. It's just a lovely little book. It really is. And the story is just so darling. So I have them sitting out. I mean, they're wet. They're not cured yet. I have purchased quite a while ago to try a resin in molds. But then my UV light conked out. So this is supposed to be a quick curing, a fast curing epoxy resin. And you can see I lost the lid. So I just have a pin in there. So I just have been squirting this on and putting it over top of the image to give it a shine because I want the shine. This is what Erin creates. See, her images are better. Maybe she draws these. I don't know. But see, hers are shining, and I just noticed the other day that it stops. It stops right there. But these are just delightful. And then she just puts them on a little pin. I love them. I love them. So I'm making little sets. So that's step one. But I love the little bird. Now we did a giveaway last time. And I lost Kellyanne's, but I have found it again. So I just addressed her. So hers will go in the mail tomorrow because I want to get this stuff done before I leave on my trip. Now, Peggy Fitzmaurice is so conscientious. Oh, look, here's a couple of pumpkins. I forgot I had these. These are mine. See, it turned out good. See the little bit of a shine? Anyway, she said, they're canceling flights and whatnot. So we checked my flight. It was really too early for them to say. But my concern was, look at this desk. My concern was because I was flying and wanting to save a little cash money. I need to put it on this side. Let me see if I can clean this off. I didn't want to have to get to another city and have to worry about my connecting flight canceling. My husband said, honey, why did you do this? You could just go direct, you know. And I said, well, they didn't have a direct. And he's like, well, other airlines might. So we had lunch, I think I mentioned, with his cousin and his cousin's wife the other day to get some equipment that Ron's going to need when he has his ankle surgery. And these folks fly all the time. They have a second home in Arizona. They live in Pennsylvania. So they're always on an airplane. And our cousin Debbie said, you might not be able to get out of the airport in Philly from this one, you know, and she knows everything about flying. Getting on a train, she knows everything. Going to New York, she's amazing with her traveling skills. Anyway, she said, I can tell you right now. She got on her phone, and within a second, she said, American has a direct flight to where you need to fly into. So sure enough, we came home. I was able to get my money reimbursed and then go to American Airlines and book direct flights. So I don't have that worry of having to get canceled, you know, when I'm halfway there. You're still here? Oh, that's good, Ange. I'm glad. Ange, I love my bowl. Ange, what do you think about making square bowls? I would love to have a square bowl, Ange. I could try to make one on my own. All right. So now this shrinky dink paper, that's the other thing. I bought another pack of shrinky dink because it said it was glossy. It's not. But I want to do some birds. And I got to get my ink, my ink-a-dink. Now, where to put my bird stamp? Got my color pencils. Oh, there's a circus song. I don't know why I do that. I just had the bird stamp in my hand. Oh, I see it. And these work up pretty quickly. Now, I did all my other ones because I did so many. I did put them in the oven. But these that I work on at my desk, I usually just use my heat tool. And that works pretty well. So I'm just going to stamp some birds. It's not a very dark image. And then I just want them to be a little bit apart. I just need to leave an area where I can punch a hole where I can put a little pin. So I'm hoping to make some of these and I hope they turn out cute to then sell them at the lodge. I think they would look darling attached to, say, a coaster, or you could add it to a dangle for a tassel for your spine. This little guy's so cute. You could do any image. I mean, you could really draw your own. I'm not sure if that's what Erin does. I think Erin's are just delightful. I really do. All right, so now that's prepped. Now, last night I spent a good bit of the evening coloring the ones that I baked this morning because I want to be able to get all this stuff packed in my suitcase. Now, sometimes the stamp doesn't stamp as nicely as it should. So I'm just going to go and do all their little beaks, little beakazoids. And I'm going to choose this orangey yellow color. Some of their little feet didn't turn out. Now I should really probably sharpen this, but I didn't bring the sharpener. I probably have a sharpener here somewhere. Now I think this would probably be okay too if I used my watercolor pencils. And but they blend, I think, pretty well. Like when you do the coloring, sometimes it looks a little streaky. But we all have stamps, you know. Now, this particular shrink product, you can put it in your inkjet printer. And I've done that too. I don't know if I have any of those here. I have to work on that a little bit more, I think. Yeah, I don't have one of those. So this is how I used to do my ceramics too. I would take, like 20 pieces, 20 chicks or 20 rabbits or whatever, because I would be getting ready for a craft show. And so we'd fire them all up and get them done. I think I want a little bit of a darker Tuscan red. This will work. So I'm just going to put a little shadow on the beaks. Now this is going to shrink down quite a bit, and they'll be little, but you'll be able to see the shadowing. I really like the way I have done this. Now I'm thinking I might want a little red bird. Teresa's in the balcony. Teresa, I watched your one little reel or your video. I'm not sure. I think you may have said, but my hearing's not good. Maybe you didn't. The bluebirds were nasty. And I just wanted to say blue jays are nasty, but bluebirds are delightful. They're two different birds. The blue jay has a pointy head and he's got black on him, black and white. A bluebird's got a little peachy kind of belly, and then their body is like a bright blue. So let's do a couple little bluebirds. So let me entertain you and we'll have a real good time. Yes, sir. All right, this is a salmon color, and I'm just going to put in a little bit of that on the belly. This is how the bluebirds look. I'll just do 3. You could clip these to anything. And then I'm going to pick, it's kind of a medium blue. I'll put this on the wing. It's kind of like that blue. And then I'm going to take a darker blue. kind of add just a little dimension on that. Then I'm going to color the whole bird blue. Just run it right into my orange. Now, if you just want to glue these down, then you can just cut around them and shrink them, this way. But if you want to attach them to something, you need a little hole. I'll do a little bit of shading with this dark blue. Just around his tail. I wonder if I have a white pencil here. I didn't stamp this real great. Red birds are in this year for Christmas. I think they're in every year for Christmas, Ange. I was thinking about doing a couple of red birds. They were my dad's favorite, the cardinal, and they really kind of look like a blue jay, but not a blue bird. I'm going to redo the outline of his beak. And I'm going to redo his little twirly gigs here. This is tail. Now you can write on this too, and then when it shrinks, I didn't think you'd be able to read it, but you really can. Now I was making these and putting them on the tags that I did for the retreat we were going to go to. But I don't need to do any more for that. Of course, now that I'm thinking about it, it's got 2025 on it, and now I'm not going till 2022. So I might have to make some additional birds. So it doesn't take a ton of time. And then sometimes I like to go over it with white so I can blend this together better. Here's white. So I was a bit of a little smart aleck this morning with my husband. He said, "How do you plan on taking all this stuff to Jacqueline's?" And I said, "Well, I was thinking about using my suitcase because not everything will fit in my bra." Well, I assumed you were using your suitcase. I mean, we're just going to have to sit on it, I guess. I have those bags. I bought them for Europe where you can, you suck all the air out of them and it squishes them down flat. I have those, but it's mostly like supply stuff I'm taking. I'm only going to be there a couple of days, I think it'll be fine. I think it would look cute if it said Bluebird. Now, we don't need to do all of these. I want to try to do some little pins. All right, so I want to go Bluebird. So we watched the Indiana Penn State ball game yesterday at our friend's house that was having the party. We don't really, well, my husband doesn't watch football at all. I watch the Eagles. And we don't really watch college football at all. But Penn State's, in the years past has had a pretty good name. Now, apparently, they just fired their coach. But when we got down there, it must have been the third quarter. Is that what they say in football? See, I'm ready to say the third inning. And Indiana was leading by quite a good score. It was like 20 to, I don't know, 3 or 7 or something like that. Well, then Penn State really started to pour it on. I thought, oh my gosh, they're going to pull this out. They're going to end up winning this game. And then lo and behold, here comes Indiana. I think Indiana, they said, is ranked like second, maybe, currently. Oh my gosh. Hi, Debbie. You should have seen this pass into the end zone, and this kid. I mean, these fellas are college age. They're just young men. He leaped up in the air to get that ball. A Penn State guy was knocking at him and pushing him, and it looked like he went out of bounds. But when you looked at the tape, his one foot that clears the boundary line, the end zone on the back wall, his little foot landed. You only have to have one foot in, landed right on this side of the line. It was an amazing play. But of course, Penn State then lost. But what a game. What a game. Now, the Cardinals, I think I'm going to do my shadowing with black if I can find a black pencil. I always seem to be missing the black pencil. I don't think there's black in my little container here. I'll say. All right, so let's close this up. See if I can blend this out a little bit more. I'll do a little contrast here for this guy. Now this is a bluebird, not a blue jay. It's more shaped like a bluebird too. A blue jay to me is more angular. He's got that tuft on the top of his head. He's got some black in his feathers. What's everybody else got going on? Anybody doing anything? I've got to start packing. I've got stuff laid out on my bed. I just got to get it in the suitcase. Okay, I think they look cute. Let's see. Let's do red. This is okay. Scarlet Lake. That's all right. I kind of like the poppy red. Let's see if I have that one of those here. No, that's a different pencil. This is Scarlet Crimson Lake. Scarlet Lake, Crimson Lake. I really want poppy red. Here it is. Poppy red's more of an orangey red. But I like to use that and then use the other reds to shadow and, add to the poppy red. So, Ange, what do you think about a square bowl? Did you answer me? I didn't see an answer. Are you horrified thinking about doing a square bowl? All right, I'm going to add some darker red in here, and then I think I'm going to try to add some black. I can get my Timmy watercolor pencils out. I know there's black in there. The indigo blue always looks like black to me. Yeah. It's not. It's not. Like so many indigo blues, I don't use it very often. All right, let's just get the Tim. Now, these are watercolor pencils, but I think it will be fine. It will be just fine. I'm just trying to give the impression, Cardinal has that black tuft on his head and like by his beak. There's some darker red. The tail. And his little bum. Now I have an idea for the little pins that I want to make. And I'm not sure if that'll work out either, but all right, I'm going to just shrink these to see, and then I can finish these up later. You all know that Lori has kept me in her has not fed me, let me out to pay. Her suitcase is a mess because of it. Well, Ange, you better get it straightened up because I have to be in there and pack some more stuff in there. If you made a little noise once in a while, I forget you're in there. I was thinking about trying to punch these out, but maybe I'll just do them the way I've been doing. I'm just going to cut around this way. I think I brought out my punch. And I'm just going to use my heat tool. But it is nice putting them in the oven because then they all get done at once. I think sometimes with the heat tool, I kind of scorch them a little bit. Andrew, you ignoring me about the square bowls? Don't be nervous. I think you could do it. All right, let's do this little red guy too. Oh, let me fix this. I gotta fix this. What? I got some marks around the bird that I don't really. Oh, that's the other thing. I did little designs around some of these birds. I didn't do it on these. Oh, I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know if this will erase. And erases. Okay. I gotta make sure I punch my hole. Um, hole puncher. Come on. Okay, I think it'll be easy, Ange. Because you know how you start them, right? With the little circle. So instead of just doing round, just make your cord a square. I think you could do it. It might. There's probably a video you could watch too. I just think that I think a square one would be so amazing. So amazing. All right, let's see. Heat tool. Now let's see. These twirl around. A lot of times they're hard to see with my hand where it has to be to get these to. Let's put these away. Oh, no. I can't let these pencils hit the floor. My puppy loves them. Go figure. She likes to chew on wood. She's a crazy dog. Crazy dog. Okay. Let's see how this looks. It would be better if I did that. Oh, that's fun. Come on, buddy. Straighten out. Straighten out. Oh, I didn't do anything to suck them down. Oh my gosh, she's huge. I wanted to flatten them out a little bit. Triangle. I think rectangle. What a triangle. For me personally. I think they're cute. They spin around now. See, they kind of, I think, with the heat tool. I don't know if the color runs or if I'm kind of singeing it a little bit. Okay, after this horizontal. Oh, really, Joyce? Oh my gosh. My dog chews them up. If she took them and stashed them, I wouldn't mind, but she just shreds them. Absolutely shreds them. And half the time I drop them, I don't know, I don't realize I've dropped it. She's been better, but then every once in a while, my husband was just bragging that she hadn't stole any of his socks or shoes lately. And sure enough, the other day, he's doing the laundry, and she stole one out of the laundry pile. He had all the laundry done, and he found it in the middle of the living room floor. All right, where did I put my little dish? Oh, up here. Okay, so I'm going to add these, and then I'm going to put the resin on and make them shiny. But see, I just can't figure out how Erin does hers. Erin's are just primo to me. Now, I wanted to do some beads on something similar to this. Now, I purchased this from Murray Just Murray. So I really like that. Of course, I don't have it. I have maybe two beads like that. And I don't know if I have anything like that. But I like that. Oh, shoot. I just dropped it. I like the idea of that. And I like this. Now, my Bible was just a turquoise color. And I decided I wanted to cover my Bible. So this is what I did. I picked out the fabric that I wanted. That was in my stash. And I just covered it. Put on one of my favorite pieces of lacy stuff. Now, see, I like this too, but I don't have any of those square beads. Aren't they fun? Mm-hmm. And then this little number is one of my favorites. But this I didn't like because, thanks, Carol. I didn't like because you have to open it up, and then I didn't know how they got them around, but see, it doesn't have the coil. So I bought coilless pins to try to make some of those. Now, this is a coloring Bible. So you can take notes, and you can color in it, which is right up my alley. So I didn't do anything on the inside because the inside cover has, images for you to color as well. But yeah, I'm real pleased with how it turned out. But I put this little cluster on, and see, isn't that the cutest thing? Now, I don't know if I have little baubles like that either, but I'm going to dig through and see what I have and try to recreate little pins like that you could either add to a tassel or add to a cluster and, embellish. I just love to embellish. So these are the pins I bought. Now I have bulb pins somewhere too, but I bought these to try to do that sideways stacked thing. Now I've got a bunch of different stuff. Now when Kellyanne was here visiting, she got me fairly organized with most of my beads. Now, I say fairly because I keep finding more. Look, there's more stickers. So I've got it. I keep moving stuff. Now she put a lot of little things in here. So we'll just see. So we're just going to do this on the fly. So these are kind of fun, and they catch the light, which is what I'm looking for, something that's going to, maybe catch the light. This is more like a natural rock kind of a thing. These, I think, are crystals. Who are those? Who are the crystals by? Those famous people. It's not coming to me. It will. Somebody will think of it. So I've got some green. They're kind of nice. Oh, look, here's some charms. Certainly I could hang a charm on, right? Oh, I love those too. So they're cool. I've got some. These are really little, these guys. I don't think I'll need those. I'd like to find my bulb pins too. Oh, this one's kind of fun. This looks like a heart. Maybe not. Oh, these are pretty. I think I got some. I got some. I don't want this. I think I've got some choices. Now, what I'd really like to find, which I don't know that I have, are like little sparkly bubbles that will fit on a little pin. Yeah, well, I love my Kel bracelets. I got to tell you, I got this one. This one's a magnet closure. The only problem with this one is I keep attaching myself to things. It doesn't happen that much. Now, these beads I bought myself, and she put it together for me. She's quite clever. She's quite clever, that Kel. All right, let's see what's in here. That would be hard to use that. Now, these are charms, but they're little fish. They're kind of cute. I'm looking for little little sparkly bits that I can slide on to a pin. I kind of like this, but see, this won't slide. This won't slide on. I don't know what you call them. They're like a little circle, like a oh shoot. Well, like I just showed you. I have to buy some different kinds of like square. I love those square beads. I probably do have some yellow square beads. Oh, some might be in there. Oops. Let's see. Now I bought a bunch of blingy stuff from Fuchsia. See, I've got pink like pearls. I think they might work. These are little seed beads. So I got some I think I've got some options. The problem is they're not all in the same spots. And I think I might need, oh, look at these sparkle. I think I might need, oh yeah, I got a lot of really pretty bracelets of Kel's. I love bracelets. Bracelets are when it comes to beads, bracelets are my jam. Um, that, like, what are these things called? It's something for jewelry, but see, it looks like a little bead, but see, these are sparkly. That might work. Let's get a couple of these things out. Here's some black. Black's always good, right? Let's get these out. That's like little jingle bells, Christmas stuff. I'm not ready to do that Christmas thing. These are all little charms. I think these are like glue down things. They're not really dangly things. Look, that might be good. This might be good. The shiny stuff I purchased from Keisha, I think maybe mostly like flat back type stuff. Oh, here's some more. Let's put that over there. Oh, here's another little bird. It's a little bird. Where did I put? Over here. They're too big, I think, for what I want to do. That got ruined. I think I was going to use all that stuff on my granddaughter's project. So let's put this here. So I can keep track of this stuff. This one, I'm going to throw that out. I'm trying to get to this box that's got the blue kind of blingy stuff. I don't think I have what I'm wanting. First of all, these are too big. But see, I'm wanting sparkly stuff like this. This I could probably use, but it would hang down and dang. It wouldn't really look, I don't think it would look nice. But it might look nice. I'm going to pull that out. See, these are all flat backs. It's not like a bead kind of a thing. That has 2 holes in it, but I don't think I could get a pin. Well, maybe I could. I'll put that in there. That doesn't have holes. Doesn't have holes. I'm very attracted. Oh. This is big. But this is a bead. It's not that shiny, but it's very vintage looking. See, I love all that. So here's another one. All right. We're cooking with gas. This is a littler one. That's just a little button, I think. That's a button. What is that? Oh, that's a button. Let's put those aside. If I don't use them, no big deal, but then I don't have to dig it out again, right? That's a pretty nice necklace. I don't want that. That's too large. Little bows. Look at these. Well, that's an idea too. That's what I'm doing this year. Don't tell. I'm giving all my nieces a little bracelet. I'm going to get those little mesh bags to put them in. I think I saw another little bag I didn't think about. I have to check the price, but they're just so darling, and you can wear it with a watch, or you can stack them. And Kel's. Some of them are a little more expensive, but a lot of hers I think are reasonably priced. Where you could stack them. I am trying to keep mine on all the time. And I've got lots that I don't wear. They're just maybe not my taste, but they're gorgeous. I mean, I absolutely love these two. I have these two on all the time now. They're just really, I love them. I can't say enough about them. Those things I think are all too big. Now somewhere I think these are all buttons. A little pearls, that might come in handy. Let's see what's in here. Are there any jewelry makers in here? Teresa, do you make jewelry? See, what are these little things called? They are like little beads, but they're metal. So that might look good on some of them. Now some of these are bigger. No, that's like a cup. Oh, that's one. Oh yeah, some of this stuff might work. That's a bugle. What is this? This was a project Kel had me. I was working. Yeah, I forget how to do that. I think that's the peyote. These are glass. So these are going to be nice little embellishments. But this stuff has been sitting in these boxes for a long time, and I want to use them. Now I want to check one other place for head pins to see if I want to use head pins. I don't know. Look, I keep moving that button. I wanted to leave. I'm going to try to keep these fairly simple. And somewhere in with my hardware in a plastic tub, I have the bulb what I call like it looks like a light bulb to me shape. They're coilless pins, but to me they look like a bulb. A bulb. Let's see what's in here. Little jars, little pizza, paprika, glasses down. Use the border. Yeah. Oh, what's in here? Ooh. Yes, please. I think this is all the stuff that Kel said isn't really like not super good stuff. Boy, I got a lot of stuff here. All right, let's see. Let's see how we fare. Maybe I can look for those bulb pins later today. I can just use what I have here. This may not work. I don't know. All right, let's close that drawer. See, look how cute that is. That would be good on a bulb pin, I think, but I think I would need my head pins, and I didn't see those where I thought they were. But these are some interesting stuff, too. No jewelry makers in here. Hey, while she is at Jacqueline's, I can do her craft room like I did Ginger's and Di's craft room. Oh, here, Ange? Yeah, I don't think so, Toots. Not if you're in my suitcase. Just don't even think about it. I'm taking you with me. I'm taking you with me. Oh, I forgot I wanted to show Jacqueline my charm bracelet. She wants to do charm bracelets. This is for my charm bracelet. My mother bought me those because I worked for the county detectives for quite a few years and the district attorney's office. So she thought the Hancocks were pretty funny. But that's what they need. There's some more beads in here. Okay, so let's just start because I don't really know I don't know what I'm doing. But what I want is for the beads to, come and be down here so you could pin it in and they don't slide off. Like if you put this on a regular like safety pin, you have the coil at the bottom. You can't get them around. I guess you can unbend that, but see, I can't get it to look right when you put it back. I don't even know if you can put it back. So I have a hard time getting started. Once I get started, I'm usually okay. So these look like lamp work type. So if I have a couple of those, that might be a little too large. Oh, where are those little, little pearls, like little white pearly kind of things. I'm going to end up losing that button. Plus, my husband's here, and he will catch you. All right, so let me start with a blue bead. Do I have, yeah, I've got 3 of those. Let's start with a blue bead. Now, I guess I could put some glue or something. I don't know if I guess you'd want them to move. Now, my problem is finding the hole. There we go. And seeing if it will go around the corner. See, it's not going to go around the corner. Oh, phooey. All right, so we learned something there. I need something smaller. Boy, that's kind of, I wonder if I stretch this down. No, it's just not going to go. Well, that would keep it from moving, wouldn't it? This, I don't think. Judy, 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 hi. Lori, I am available to be kidnapped. It is 34 degrees Fahrenheit here with 19-mile-per-hour winds. Oh, sweetheart. Someplace warm with sunshine and a masseuse. I spent the past week taking apart a boat dock. Oh my gosh, you must be frozen to the bone. Why do you do these things, Judy? You're not a kid anymore. You're not a kid anymore. All right, let's try. These are kind of glistening white. A little bit of a shimmer. That'll go around the corner. It's quite nice. Oh, that goes way up there. Okay. So then let's use, see, I don't know if I have too many of these. How you doing other than that, Judy? I was missing you last week. All right, is that not going to go? Oh, does anybody know about these pins? Yes, well, I like to eat and have my home. So money would be, oh, so I see. You're working it. You're working it. Does anybody know these? See, if I bend that out, am I going to be able to get it back in? The only thing I can do is try, right? Is Debbie not here anymore? She probably knows. She makes everything. Where's Kel when I need her? That's just not going around the bend. She's coming around the mountain when she comes. Yeah. Oh, I got it. Okay, so that's on. I'm going to try to stay small. This is green. Gosh, I should have put my contact lenses in. Okay. Oh, maybe a little charm. What do I do with those little charms? Oop, that's an accident waiting to happen. I should have put that on first. Oh, thank you. It changed colors. Can you tell? They look purple that way. And they look teal this way. Out in the sun, see, it's purpley blue that way. I really like them. See, my charm is not going to hang the right way. I need charms. Yes, color shift. You got it, girl. Ooh, maybe this one. Well, he's kind of big for this. Yeah, he's too big for this. I need charms that go long ways. Here's a little star. See, when I bought all this stuff, I didn't know what I was doing. So I bought stuff that really doesn't work. How about another white bead? It works for other things, just not for this. All right, so now let's see if I can get this pin to go back. I did it, but I got a bead stuck on the end. Well, it won't go anywhere. All right, I might just leave that alone and know for the next one. So this isn't really what I want, but I'm getting closer to what I want. This would be fine, except that I need this to be down here. So when I close that pin, I wonder where Kel is. She's probably still sleeping. Okay, I got it. Now it's got to stay there. Ah, that's more better. It's just it's like our little roly-poly. So then when you pop that open, you can pin it onto a piece of fabric. What do I have in here? Let's see what's in here. A little B, a little cross. This is too big. That is not going to work. Oh, I've got some foreign money. It's always good. Cool button. Oh, Journey gave me this. I love this little glass pumpkin. That's one of my treasures. I have to hold on to that. There's a tatting circle. Don't ask me. I have no idea. More charms. The end of a zipper thing. Regular safety pins. This is a gem out of something. Some chain. A little button. Another charm. Oh, isn't this pretty? Look at this. But see, it's a flat back. There's a bowl pin. Another one. This is a bridge token. Don't know for what bridge. And that's a button. Okay, a couple other pins. All right, so let's put this back. Now I got a bunch of other pins, but I don't, and I think they're different sizes, but I think they have the coil in them. What did I do with those? There's no getting over. Uh-oh. Avalanche. Oh, here they are. Maybe they are a little. Nope, some are bigger. Now, I am correct in saying that once that coil's in there, you can't really undo that, right? I know, I haven't seen her either. And I haven't reached out to her either. Have you tried to contact her, Joyce? What is around this? I think she's just traveling in different circles, or maybe she's not doing the art thing anymore. You know who else we don't see anymore? But I know she decided to step away from the art thing. Lori Montana. Lori loves Montana. That Lori. I don't know if that's how her name went. Lori loves Montana. I think that's what she called herself. Haven't seen her in ages, but I know she decided to spend more time with her family or kids and such. And I think she's still around. She's delightful. Yeah. They're the only two right this. Oh, and Shaz. I can't get a hold of Shaz. She usually gets back to me, but she hasn't. And I know she wasn't well. Well, I can't get this open. Ow, ow, ow. I wonder if there's tape there. Oh yeah, there's tape. That could be why. And Shaz is from Australia, so the time difference is really difficult. But I know she was having some health issues. She didn't share what they were. But it's been quite a little while now. She hasn't come back to me. And I don't know anybody else that would know. You know? So it is concerning. All right. So has anybody else put beads on this kind of thing with the regular pin? See, because I'll show you what I'm saying, what I'm thinking. Because when you open these up, the beads have to go on here, right? You can't swirl them around that coil. And then when you go to pin it on something, they slide off, right? Although you could load these up and then hang these on a pin. Oh, that's an idea. Oh, that's an idea. Hold on. Let's go with that idea. So we got a bigger pin. Look at this. It's coming out of my box. So we've got a bigger pin. So then I want to put smaller pins on there. It's same principle, but it would still slide off. But maybe. Hmm. Hmm. Let's get out a couple. Oh, Hugs is cooking something. How's my time? Oh, I'm over. I don't think I want black. Let's do the gold thing. So let's get some this size. There's a little, oh, you know what I've got? If I use this silver, let's do silver. Oh, this is even littler. Maybe I could do different sizes. Let's see what might work. Or we're being inventive now. We're outside the box. Someone's knocking at the door. Bye, Ange. Gotta go eat. Take a nap. Someone's ringing the bell. Ange, you want to know where my key is so you can get in? I can message you. Open the door and let me in. So then maybe I only just put one or two things. These are really little. They're cute, but they're little. That's not going to close. So I think I'm going to have to stick with this. I don't know where I get these ideas. Linda, hi. Linda Ducci. Okay, let's see. Let's see. These are smaller too. Hmm. These are like little pearls. Well, Judy's cold. She is about frozen to death. She's looking for somebody to get her out of town. All right, so if I put those on this, just put a couple little white ones on, and then I get one of these pins that doesn't have the coil. I mean, this might be silly, but who knows? Maybe it'll end up looking cute. All right, so I'm going to put the white one on, and that's just going to dangle. And then let's get another little silver pin. Silver pin, silver pin. And let's get I have a sweater on today, so it's chilly here. All right, Judy says, oh, thanks, Linda. Yeah, I was just showing them to Judy. See, they're like a dark teal that way, but then when I move them, their color shifting. So you can see a little purple right there. Judy said, back in the day, I took a large safety pin and hung four small ones down off it. I put my sister's kids' birthstones. Oh, that's a good idea. I think that's basically what I'm trying to do here, but I put more than one. Now I just grabbed some of these. These I can't even see the freaking home. I'm trying to just get the gold. Ah. And these are just glue-on nails, so they're very reasonable. Now these are bigger, so I think I can only get two on. Well, maybe. Yeah, I don't know if I. This is a whole new. This is a whole new game here, kids. I'll tell you. Yeah, that's not going to close. Okay, so let's just do two. I'm just looking for fun ways to use up some of these beads so I can create some kind of little dangles for journals. Oh, that is cute. Hold on. Yes, if you're interested, I can hook you up. They're called red aspen dashes. You can put a set of nails on and a dash. Now, okay, so that's not very colorful. But see, then I would just pin this to a cluster or a journal cover. Now, years ago, we'd stuff that full this way and we could pin it. So let's keep going. Let's just keep going. Let's see what else I got in here to use. I like this little guy. I wonder if, oh, there's some. Yeah. Here we go. Red. Yeah, and aside from my two thumbnails, I've had these on probably a week or two. Definitely a week, probably closer to two. 2.5 weeks. They come like this. Commercial. You get enough in here to do a couple of sets. You get the glue with a sander and an orange stick. And you could get really cool nails for not a lot of money. All right, so I've got more of these little red ones in here. So let's do a row of red. Now these are very long. They have different lengths too. They're not all long like this. Oh, this looks really cute. Okay, so we're going to add this one on. I know, right, Linda? And these you can, depending on how much glue you put on, it's up to you. If you want to use them and wear them a couple of days, you don't put as much glue on. If you want to wear them like a couple of weeks and not bother with them. Now, okay, I have to be honest. I don't do a lot of dishes. I do a couple dishes here and there. My hands are not, in a bucket scrubbing floors, and they're not in the sink washing dishes. So, but I am in my art table like 24/7. That looks cute, right? Now, let's see, what else can we do? I've got beagles. I got bugles. Look at this little thing. That's a little big. I think that's different. Okay. But see, I used to go to the salon when my neighbor Betty and I, when she could get around and she would need her toenails cut and stuff. We would get a pedicure. She wouldn't get her toes polished, and she never got acrylic nails. But I would get the acrylic nails and I would get the pedicure, and I'd spend 60 to $70 every 3 or 4 weeks, and that was just your basic, paint. And if I wanted a French, that would be, of course, a little bit more. But with these, you can get all different kinds of. Now these are color shifting, but now you can get plain colors too. But you can also get like crazy stuff and fun stuff too. And I might rethink these blue ones and do bigger pins. So I have another little pin. What else do I want to put on there? I want I've got white, yellow, red. I'm trying to stay in that smaller size bead range. That's a little thick. There's some like baby blue. Oh, I should go get the ones I have for the holidays. If I'm going to wear them in December, they're red and they've got rhinestones on. Not yeah, like little gems, little jewels. Oh, I should go get them and show you. They're like really darling. All right, so let's see. These are smaller. Now, this is the first time I saw that they had stones on their nails. I've got a couple sets sitting here. I should show you what I have. Now, there's certainly a learning curve to put them on, but it's not difficult. Can be a little fiddly. Well, it depends on how long. Now, see, these are longer, so they're a little more fiddly. But I do like the longer ones. I can't see the hole in the bead. There it is. Oh, I don't know, girls. This is going to be... this is going to be tight. Now, everybody cooperate. I'm just trying. Ouch! I just stuck it in. I just stuck it in my finger. Now I've got them all off. Let's try it again. Maybe we'll just do 2 blue. All right. I want it facing this way, I think. I put that one on backwards. So I want all the little beads facing the same way. All right. Now, the idea came from when I found, I don't know where I got the little pin that I have similar to this that I put on my Bible. I don't think Linda was here. Let's get my Bible out again. See, I'm trying to recreate something similar to this. I covered my Bible. And this is similar to this one that I just did. So you can pin this to fabric or a cluster, little cluster, and then glue it down on something, whether it's a project, a journal, a greeting card, whatever. So now somewhere on this desk, I've got things that I started to make clusters. So let's just do a quick little something, and then see if I can pin it on. Look, here's just like a little quilted piece. I'm gonna cut this little piece. Okay. So we'll just offset that a little bit. Now you could glue them together. You could stitch them, whatever you want. But then my idea is, now this little coilless pin is small. But let's see if I can get it pinned on. We'll see how this looks. Okay, I'm buying that. Okay, I'm sorry, but I think that looks delightful. And then I could stitch a button. Sold. So now I know I can move to a bigger pin to put the beads on. Now you can also do what I showed you earlier. Now, where did I put it? I put it on a magnet. I hung it up because it's magnetized. Didn't I, or did I leave it laying down? It's a bulb pin. It just has stuff dangling. But it's the same basic principle. Where are you, little fella? And I bought it from Murray Just Murray. It's not that. Jenny, you have to wait a little bit unless you go get Daddy. Mommy can't get it right. Can't do it right now. Oh, Philly. It's somewhere here on this desk or stuck to a magnet. I didn't do it back there. Now, Kel made me this for a glue thing, and these are beautiful. But see, she's got the little square thing. She's got the head pin. And the problem with this for me for the glue is that this isn't long enough, and my little needle thing gets it gets clogged. But see, this is the same idea. Now let's have a better look at this. See, now she's just got it all attached to that head pin, and she's using the jump rings. Ah, so there's an idea. So I need to dig out my head pins because that would work. They would be really yummy and hanging on a little cluster. Now, see, some of these are bigger, so let's get my. Oh, it's getting late. Do you have to go? Tanya comes on around 2:30, I think. I'm going to do one. I'm going to try to do one more. It's not quick though. Wait, my pin slid all the way. And then if you want to hang around, I'll go get those nails and show you. All right, so let's try. Let's see what size I have here. Now, these aren't Jagunda pins, but I'm sure I do have big pins somewhere. Now, that's really quite large. Choose black. So I want some smaller black, but not little like those ones. So let's use this size. So I'm using 2 different size pins, and let's get like 4 of them. 3, 4. Let's do 5. That's a big one. 5. And I have the big pin. Okay. So now I can use some of these bigger beads that I have. Whoop. Now the bead's bigger, so I can only get 2 on there. And then I'm going to dangle this on my large pin. And I'm just putting the hole through the hole of the coil part of the pin. Whoops. And I just shot it back off. So now I'm going to get another pin. And, I just want to make sure I get this on because there's beads on the one side because you got the coil. You can't get them around. I mean, unless there's a way to do it. I didn't investigate. This is just me getting a bright idea, which may not be so bright. Another pin. Now I wonder how a charm would look. But see, my charms don't go the right way. This one has a hole on each side. But I think that would spin. I don't think that would really work. I'm going to stick with these. Okay, let's go. I've got some light lavender. And of course, if you were doing this for a particular project, you'd use the colors that would work for your project. I'm just picking out whatever. Now, Judy said she used to do this and put the birthstone of her nieces and nephews, and then she put them on. And yeah, where you been, Kel? You been sleeping? I'm struggling here. I'm struggling. Kel, is there a way to undo the coil on the pin, or do you just buy coilless? Or now I'm going to use a darker purple. Let me think. Where's another one? I need two. No. Okay. Thanks, baby. Someone's knocking at the door. Okay. So I was going to put 5 on there. Really, I could put a lot more and they would not have as much swing, I guess. Not as much swing if you don't do your thing. Look at these. These are cute. Wonder how that would look. How many of them do I have? I have 2. Bead on the floor. I hate when I do that. I think they're through that way. Yeah, these probably won't work. I thought it was through the side. It is not. All right, what other color do I want here? I've got another black pin. I don't think I want orange. Perhaps green. Green's always good. And of course, I could do 2 more of those on the end. Oh, that might be nice. Let's do that. Choices, choices, choices. Now, the one I made before, I used a coilless pin. So I think what I'm going to do is buy some bigger coilless pins. See, because I like how that hangs on and I can pin it. This is going to be different because the coil is there and these are hanging down. It looks cute, but I got to pin it here. So I'm not, it's going to look like a jumbled. It might be cute, but we'll see. So let's make a little bit of a cluster. Oh, cluster. See, I should have kept some of my cluster buster kits. Let's see. I've got all kinds of stuff sitting around. Look at this nice piece of jazz. All right, let's cut a piece of this. Nothing sacred. If you're sitting on my desk, it's up for grabs. Maybe we'll keep that out. So let's bend that and let's add on a little blue here. We can trim that if we like. So we've got blue, we've got purple, we've got white. I don't know that I have any fabric sitting right here. Oh, look, we've got a little piece of, how cute is this? A little piece of eyelet. Let's have a little chunka. This is why we keep our scraps. And just pin this on and see what happens. Now these could be stitched together, of course. Glue, you might have trouble getting your pin in if you use glue, depending on where you put it and where you pin. But you could probably glue. That's not too shabby. These could be trimmed. Now you could stitch on a button. Oh, that's okay. Boy, I hate those, Judy. Mine always come early in the wee hours. So we've got that one. We've got this one. And this one we did like this. This is on a coilless pin. So you can pin it on. And your beads might come off a little bit. But, you know. So there's those. And then the one that I can't find that I purchased was on a bulb pin. And she had like this. See, this is, let's see if I can get this off. See this, the holes are on the side, not down the middle. But I've got it stuck on this head pin and it's bent. And so let me see if I can. Of course, everything I'm picking up is pliers, not cutters. I need a pair of cutters. Now, if I could find my head pins, which I don't know where they are. I don't know where they are. Let's see how it looks on this. I don't think this is going to go through. It's too small. It's too small. So what I need to do is find my head pins. Cal, do you remember where we put those? Yeah, I was drinking tea and I think it dried me out. I didn't have enough water and I take magnesium too, but not enough. And I don't drink enough water. I need to find my head pins so I could put a head pin through there and make the little twirly thing and put it on a jump ring and then add it to the bulb pin. Because this won't. Now if I put this on the bulb pin, you're amazing, Kel. Okay, the head pins are in a clear box with all the compartments. Oh, geez, I've got a couple of those. The Lord has blessed me with friends that have great memories. Her and Jacqueline both. I just have to find the right box. It might be up there. I don't think that's the one. No, this is buttons. Yeah, I guess I'm going to have to just find that on my own because it's, I think it's there. I think it's, maybe I put it on one of my carts, but I'm not finding it. Wait a minute, what's under here? I got stuff sitting there everywhere. Well, I'm trying to pack up my room to take to Jacqueline's too. Oh, I'm just a messy old gal. They're not in there. Well, I'll look for those, but I think I'm on to something. I really like the way those clusters look. So, yeah. So, what did I do first? Oh, I read my book. I got a book from Happy Maker Carol, which was very nice. She sent to me Lucy Maud and the Cavendish Cat. So I read it. I could have read it a little better if I had my teeth, but I don't. I don't have. I mean, you know, it is what it is. So if you go to the beginning of the stream, I read this little book. It's a great little story. I wonder how I can get my and so that was fun. So thank you again, Carol. It's just darling. And then what do we do? Then I did some shrinky dinks again. I did some little bird shrinky dinks because I need some more of those. So now I have to go and put the glossy stuff on to make them shiny. Joyce said, yes, I have arthritis in my toes and I appreciate what you experience. Nothing, yeah. You know, I've had different kinds of cramps lately. It's not like a Charlie horse. It's like where there's no muscle, like in my feet and my toes, which is really quite painful and annoying. And I don't, I don't know how to work it out. I don't know how to work them out. So those little shrinky dinks will get some resin on them, so they'll be a little shiny like this. I have some outside now curing. And then I did my Ber Zine page honoring my friend Betty, who would have been 97 today. So I was a little teary-eyed this morning, and everyone was very gracious. So our dog's just not having it. She wants out. So I just did a double spread in my zine. You have to stand up? Okay, Joyce, thank you. So I put her birth date on here. But that's still, I didn't get that too well. But this is just to represent her and I and our friendship and just little things that spark ideas for me, that little memories for me to remember her. So I did that in my Ber Zine. And then we just been working with some of these beads, putting together these little clusters. So I'm going to dig around and look for my head pins. Kel says they're here. They're here. And then maybe I could build more like what Kel did here for me. See, Kel, I like this, but it's the little thing is not long enough for my glue bottle. But see, she put these on an eye pin, but she used the little jump rings and little pieces. I guess there's some pieces of chain. Yeah, that one's got a little bit of a chain. See, but then she's got the head pin here and a little, yeah, this is just darling, So that's it for me for today. Well, for today's stream. I've got plenty to do. I've got to start packing is what I've got to do, because today's Sunday. Tomorrow is Monday. I have a doctor appointment. Tuesday, my husband has a doctor appointment. And then Wednesday morning, I'm out of here, kids. I'm going to Ohio. I cannot believe how close I am to getting on the plane and going to Ohio. That is, Lord willing, and my flight's not canceled. Woo, 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 woo. So hopefully, if you think of me and if you're a prayer, I would appreciate you praying for me that I can get on that plane and get to Ohio. Jacqueline and I are really looking forward to that. So, yes. So, I don't know what my streaming schedule. Angela, oh, my sweet Angela, are you home? Oh, if you're home, I would love to see you. I would love, love, love that. Angela's in the same town, but she's been Away from home. Are you home, honey? Are you home? I'll wait to see what she says. I didn't know. Jacqueline said you've been. Well, I don't want to say too much because it's not for me to say. Oh, well, Carol, I just saw your note. Oh, thank you. It's just so sweet of you to think of me. You're home? Oh, wonderful. Okay. Well, we're going to see if we can. You're home now? Okay, wonderful. So maybe we can work something out and have a little visit. Are you feeling better? Are you doing better? I hope so. Well, maybe we can catch up. Because Angela lives in the same town as Jacqueline, which is just amazing to me. Just amazing to me. Oh, you do, Judy? I don't know how far away she. A little better. Okay. We don't want you to push. I don't know how far away she is from Cincinnati. I'm flying into Columbus. So anyway, that's it. That's a dealio there. So the streaming, we'll just play it by ear. I think she's still planning to sell on Friday and do her shtick. But if I'm not going to stream or if something changes, I'll just put a little message, a little post on my page, so you're not hanging around, waiting for me. It's a 2 hour ride, a 2 hour ride. Do 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 do. Who else is old and knows that song? All right, I'm going to grab some lunch. I believe Tanya will be on at 2:30 ish. And Laura comes on around 5 ish. I think Zandra. Oh, Joyce. Yes, Gilligan, Cherry, there you got it. Oh, Joyce, are they? They're getting snow today? The SS Minnow, yes. Um, Laura comes on around 5. I think Zandra around 4. And then Murray usually comes on Sunday evenings too. So that's a few folks I like to mention and give a shout out to. And don't forget Ginger Pam. She's on throughout for us East Coasters throughout the wee hours of the morning. But, sometimes it's fun to just pop in. On Monday, you're getting snow on Monday. Oh, boy. Okay, it's not that cold here. I mean, it's colder today than it was. It was beautiful yesterday. But today it's a little more chilly. Now, somebody told us the Poconos are supposed to get 3 inches of snow sometime this week, I think, which they're several hours from us. But even still, I got to get to Ohio and I got to get back home. I got a fairly small window because we're almost. Well, I can't say we're almost through November, but November's going quick like the other months, right? Ugh. Okay, so I hope to see you soon. I don't know when, but it shouldn't be. I think we might stream, and then Jacqueline maybe will stream with me. So we'll just see. So just keep an eye out for us, okay? Because we'd love to have you join us and chat and carry on while we're silly doing whatever we're going to be doing. All right. Thanks for being here. You really do make life so very precious. I just love getting to know all of you. And it's all right, Linda. Take your time learning names because we all were there and had to learn names. So that's fine. You'll get there. We all did. And yeah, and it's just fun. It's just fun. It's so nice to hang out with people that are interested in the same things that you are. Oh, I was going to show you those nails. Who was asking about the nails? I'm going to go get I'm going to go get those nails. So if you can hang around a minute, I'm going to go get those nails. It was Linda. I'm going to go get them so you can see. Let's see what other ones I have here. See, I have them all taken apart. See, when you get them, this is all full with the different nails. See, here's one. These are the ones I just had on. This is for Halloween. I don't know if you can tell, but it's got little ghosts and little spider webs. I just took these off. And then you've got plain ones. Oh, this one I've got dismantled. Hold on. You got to see these red ones. You're gonna just go nuts. Oh, yeah. These are new ones. See, look. Black tips. Haven't worn these yet. Then I've got these. See, now these are a different shape. And then, of course, these are smaller. These are like a medium size. This is just the tip of the iceberg. I have a whole drawer filled. Look at these red ones. These are fabulous. Oh, yeah. Look at these. See, but again, anything like that, I'm sorry, Kel. Kel is a nail professional, manicurist, or I don't know if you've got a particular, she's a nail artist. I guess that's what we call her. She does a very nice job. But like to get anything fancy schmancy like this, Oh, Ron's not going with me, Judy. I'm going by myself. I'm going to meet Jacqueline from Lovely's Crafting Lodge. It's a girlfriend thing. But thank you. All right, I'm going to go waddle and get those nails so Linda can see. I mean, they are so different than anything else they've had. I'm not done yet. Okay. I have a heel spur. I don't move that quick anyway, but with the heel spur, I move slower for sure. Jenny, did you ask? Oh, it does look like snow here, but it's not that cold here. Did you ask Daddy to take you out? Now, these are right up Kellyanne's alley because she likes the jewels. I'm not sure if I'm going to like them, but they sure look cute. Now, these are real long, too. Look. I know, we're going to have so much fun. We're probably going to giggle and cry. We're going to giggle and cry. I can't wait to hug her. I want to hug her. Look at those babies, huh? So this is how they come. Oh, that nail container looks a little different. It says bitten. And there's usually enough in here, and you can rewear them. But there's usually enough to do too. Oh, this one's missing the orange stick. Little stinkers. Maybe it fell out. Oh, look at this orange stick is different. See, usually they're, because it doesn't really fit in there. I know, right, Brenda? Wait a minute. Usually they have just a regular orange stick. I don't know if I have one sitting right here. You know, like the little wooden thing. Oh, see, I steal stuff out of them. But generally, I think this was a little more expensive. This might have been $18. And then sometimes they go on sale. Now the problem is, like, if it's a real popular design, they sell out quick, and you don't get them. So my sister's really good at grabbing them. My sister sells these. Here's one. See, most of them have this kind of an orange stick. And they all have their own little glue, and then they get the little sander is on the end to buff your nails, you know, so you can put them on. Oh, why am I taking that out? I was going to put other nails in these compartments. These are delicious too. No, not delicious. I mean, not to eat, but what did I put? Where did I put the lid? Right here. Oh, I'm so weird. I'm so weird. See, then I'll go like, see, I wonder why this is. I wonder if my sister has looked at hers. This doesn't fit in there. That's why it wasn't in there. Oh, that's really a cool one. That's cool. Bitten. See, then I always do this. I usually end up dumping them. Oh, it's not going to sit on there because I have my other nails on. That's too big. Let's get a littler one. This is what I do when I'm trying to decide what set to put on. Oh, yeah, baby. December, here we come. That's what I'm going to wear for December. Anywho. All right. That's it. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I love these. I was at the eye doctor, and one of the girls working there, she doesn't always work in that office, but somebody was out sick. But she had her nails from a salon done like that. I thought, boy, that really looks nice on her. And then sure enough, Red Aspen came out with a set. So then I got them. So there you have it. Okay. I'm out. Pull this in right. I'm ready for some lunch. All right, so enjoy the rest of your day and your weekend. It's almost Turkey Day. I'm looking forward to that too. So, take care. Enjoy yourself. Do some art. Don't forget, take time to be creative. Enjoy the journey. And if you should happen to be someone who is sitting around and not feeling yourself, or you feel like you need to chat with somebody, or you'd like to connect with somebody, there's a lot of us who would just be happy to message back and forth, give a call, you know, get online, hang out a little bit. Don't sit and be sad, okay? Reach out. Oh, that sounds good, Judy. You know, it's hard to reach out, I know, but if we don't know, then, you know, it's always better to say something to somebody, okay? Okay, Linda, will do. All right, so I don't know. Next time I talk to you, it might be from Ohio, Ohio. All right, take care. I love you much. Bye-bye for now.